Hi, I'm Axelle Carolyn, and this is Trailers from Hell. I want to talk about WISHMASTER from 1997 today. I think, like a lot of people who ended up being filmmakers, I was kind of a loner as a teenager. And I went through a pretty dark path at some point in my late teens, and I'd always been a horror fan. I'd always been really into scary movies, but I'd lost that excitement a little bit. I was anorexic, and when anorexia is kind of an obsession that takes over everything. And this one night at this film festival I was going to, they were playing this little movie called WISHMASTER, and Robert Englund was going to be there. And I told my brother, we were super excited. We went because we wanted to see Robert Englund, and we had the best night. And the movie was so fun, and it was such a love letter to the genre that I love. And Robert Englund, you know, he's lovely to his fans. It was a great night. And after that night, I started watching more horror. And as I was watching movies, I started eating because my mind was on something else than just, you know, my problems. And yeah, and then I started, you know, horror kind of somehow became the main thing in my life, as it still is to this day. And that's the story of how I like to say that WISHMASTER saved my life. WISHMASTER plays on the idea of twisted wish fulfillment. Its villain, the djinn, collects souls by granting wishes like a genie. But most of the fun of the movie is seeing how the wishes he grants get twisted. You want to be beautiful forever? He'll turn you into a store window mannequin. You get the idea. The other joy of WISHMASTER is that it's made with very clear love for B-movie horror, and it has fantastic pedigree. It's directed by Robert Kurtzman, the K&B, written by Peter Atkins of Hellraiser fame, and has appearances from everyone from Robert Englund and Kane Hodder to Ted Raimi and Joe Pilato to Tony Todd and Reggie Bannister. After working with Kurtzman on Army of Darkness, it's Sam Raimi himself who recommended him for the job to the WISHMASTER producers. Now, Wes Craven's name is in the trailer and on the poster, but don't quote me on that, but I get the feeling that he lended his name purely for marketing purposes. It's funny to think that a $6 million budget and 33 days to shoot, I remember at the time thinking it seemed like a pretty small indie movie. But shooting days have on average decreased so much that I'm like, wow, 33 days? What an abundance of riches. This being said, there's a ton of locations around LA and lots of effects, so it can't have been an easy shoot. There's a plethora of gore and makeup effects and visual effects with all the weird tortures that the djinn submits his victims to. The djinn himself wears a makeup and suit combo, which actor Andrew Divoff said that weighted a total of 45 pounds. Divoff, by the way, plays the role with such obvious delight. He's a big reason this movie works. There's 3 sequels, the first of which also stars Divoff and is directed by Jack Shoulder. It takes place in a prison, and one of the inmates wishes his lawyer would go fuck himself. So you gotta ask yourself, can you really live without watching that?